Work now. Woo! Wow, that was a glitch. I think we're back live now. I think we good now. I think we're back. Yep, we are. We are back live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. My apologies for the glitchy. The interneta, Miss Interneta. She didn't want me to be great today, but she had to let up on me today. Miss Interneta had to let up on me today. I'm just trying to make sure that our screen is clear. I gotta go around the camera to see now. Are we on? Let's go then. Let's go. Yep, we had a little blurry going on too. We had a little flurry, looked like it was a little cloudy. Is it cloudy outside? Because this show was cloudy on the screen today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're live right here on the Ramon Preston Show. If you tried to get on the last few minutes and couldn't get on, my apologies. The interneta, Miss Interneta, was acting up today, but we're back live. Welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. Again, I'm your host, Ramon Preston. Every Monday through Friday, we show up here on the show to give you value, to share information with you that we know can be used to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, or your wealth building dreams. Maybe all of the above. Everything that I share with you on this show, just to let you know, is a direct reflection of my life personally. I do not really share any information that I myself am not living or learning. If I'm living it, I'm gonna share it. If I'm learning it, I'll share it. And I'm very selective about what I share that I'm learning until I'm able to live what I've learned. If you didn't catch that, just go back and rewatch that part. But nevertheless, everything we share with you is a reflection of my life. It's an extension of our company as a whole. So we have a coaching division, we have a consulting division, and we have a training division in our company. And so we consult on a business level, on a financial level, even in real estate. We coach people in that area. We train people in those areas, and we provide the content from these divisions through the Ramon Preston Show. So if you have been blessed by the show, if what we have shared with you on the show is valuable to you, I would love for you to please subscribe to our YouTube page. Please follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, everywhere at Ramon Preston. Your subscriptions, your follows, your likes, your shares, even your comments, they mean the world to us, and they show the community at large that what we are sharing with you is valuable. So please don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you leave questions, my team and I, we always go back through our shows and our videos to make sure that if someone has a message or if someone has a question, that we can respond to that message, we can respond to that question with an answer. I'm not afraid to give people information. I'm not afraid to share information. I think it's one of the most valuable assets that I have in my life and in my company, and that is the asset of taking information that I have learned and that I live and share it with my community. So I want to say thank you again for supporting the show. If you are a part of our business or ministry community on any level, I want to say thank you. Whether you are a member of our church, whether you are a member of our tribe, whether you follow us on social media with our prophetic lives, maybe you have participated in one of our business or financial programs, whether it's our Millionaire Blueprint, our free 5-step millionaire plan, whether it's free sessions that we provide for you from time to time, or you may be a member of our Millionaire Mentorship program, our coaching program. Perhaps you're a client of our company through our consulting services. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for trusting me and my team to serve you and to help you. So today, I want to talk to you about the power of the pivot. The power of the pivot. So here's how I want to start it out. I'm going to give you a clear working definition for what pivoting is. Pivoting is a real concept. It is something that is very vital. It is essential to your success. It is vital and essential to your progress, to your expansion in your personal life, in your professional life, and even in your financial life. So what exactly is a pivot? We want to know what a pivot is. A pivot is described as your ability, and probably needs to be not just your ability, but it should be also your willingness to change. I'm going to give you a clear definition. To change certain aspects of your, and I'm going to leave that blank right there just in case you want to apply the pivot to your personal life or maybe to your professional life or financial life. A pivot is your ability and most importantly, your willingness to change certain aspects of your, in this case, business when it's not meeting. This is a very valuable definition. When it's not meeting the needs of the market. So that's what a pivot is. So if you want to write that down before I erase it, that's what a pivot is. So we're talking about the power of the pivot. How do you pivot in business? How do you pivot in your personal life? How do you pivot in your financial life? Well, you have to know what pivoting is. All right? Pivoting is your ability and more importantly, your willingness to change certain aspects of your, however you're applying this. If you're trying to pivot in your life, your willingness to change certain aspects of your life. If you want to pivot in your business or in your career or in your financial situation, are you willing to change certain aspects of that area of your life, particularly business, because that's what I'm talking about today, when it's not meeting the needs of the market? So let me simplify this. How do you know when it's time for you to pivot? How do you know if you need a pivot, particularly in your business? I'm gonna simplify it for you today. You know that it's time for you to pivot. You know that there's a need or demand for a pivot to take place in your business when you're not meeting the needs of the market. Well, how do you know you're not meeting the needs of the market? If you're not making exchanges that are actually generating revenue. So if you have a business, a LLC, if you're a network marketing, if you have a side hustle, if you're an independent contractor, even if you're working on a job, but you're not able to increase your income on that job or in that position, that means to some extent you are not meeting the needs of the market. Because when you are meeting the needs of the market in exchange for you meeting their needs will actually give you money. That's what making money is. Making money is meeting the needs of a specific market, any market, and in exchange of meeting those needs or providing certain goods and services to that market, you get compensated. There is an exchange for your products, your services, your goods, your ideas, and the exchange is you are going to receive compensation for that. So pivoting is all about, number one, your willingness. So everybody is able to change, but not everybody is willing to change. Let's just establish that. Let's establish that. See, I know what I'm talking about to be so true because I coach people and mentor people and consult people and work with people who are entrepreneurs, who are business owners, who are independent contractors, who are professionals in their field, who are breadwinners for their family, who are leaders of churches and pillars in their community. And a lot of times, when they either stop or when they never are able to meet the needs of their market or their community or their customers and clients, it all stems from them not being willing to what? To change. Now, here's what's critical, because if pivoting is connected to your willingness to change, what exactly are you supposed to change? Well, that's why when you understand the power of the pivot, you understand that it is tied to your willingness to change, but you're changing certain aspects of your business. So you're not changing all aspects of your business, but there are certain aspects of your business that you need to change. But you never get to identifying with what aspects of your business that needs to change if you are not first willing to change. You have to be willing to change. You can't be so self-centered as an individual, or blind or deaf as an individual, that you don't listen to the market. If there's one valuable lesson that I have learned as a business owner, as a leader, and I really learned this by being a leader in the church. Being a leader in the church and pastoring a church like I did for 12 and a half years, and even working with other pastors, but really being a leader and pastoring a church for 12 and a half years, I probably learned more lessons as a pastor than I have in any other area. I honestly say that. I learned more lessons in those 12 and a half years of being a pastor, because as a pastor, I had to deal with all kinds of people. I had to deal with good people, bad people, committed people, uncommitted people, crazy people, brilliant people, broke people, rich people. I had to deal with every type of personality that you can think of. You got to marry people, you got to baptize people, you got to bury people, you got to counsel people, you got to preach to people, you got to pull them out of depression, you got to keep them excited, you got to bring them down a few notches when they get over the top, or all kind of stuff that happens. But one of the most valuable lessons that I learned, that I have been able to apply as a business owner and an entrepreneur in the marketplace, is that I cannot be blind or deaf to listening to my market. Now, again, in ministry, it's not necessarily my market, it's my members, it's the people I serve. I have to be willing to listen to them and to hear them out, to see exactly where are the needs of the people that I'm called to serve. So let's get back to the pivot, the power of the pivot. What is the pivot? A pivot is your willingness to change certain aspects of your business when, not when you want to, not when you think it needs to, but when what you are offering is not meeting the needs of the market. All right, do we have that? So, how do we know when our business, or if our business, is not meeting the needs of the market? Or how do we know when or if our business stops meeting the needs of the market? Here's how you know. When your business no longer has the ability to make money, somewhere along the lines of your business not being able to make money, or your business stops making money or loses the ability to make money, somewhere along the lines, you're going to realize that you stop meeting the needs of the market. And once you're able to identify that, now you can reverse engineer that problem, that situation, that issue, to identify with, how do I rectify this? How do I fix my business so that my business can start back meeting the needs of the market and subsequently start back generating revenue. So again, if you have a business, if you have an idea, if you have a product or service, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are claiming to be a hustler, a grinder, a go-getter, you got a side hustle, you're an independent contractor, you're an independent business owner, you're a network marketer, whatever you call yourself, if you are any of the above, the sign that what you are is meeting the needs of the market is this. All right, that's what it is. All that other stuff that we try to use as lame excuses, it doesn't mean anything. So you can come up with this whole list of reasons why you think who you are as a business person, what you produce and provide in terms of products and services. You can come up with all these excuses why you think it's the next best thing to the market, because people say they love you and 3 people told you they like it and grandma said it's a great idea and you presented it to your kids and your kids start crying because you got their little logo or their emblem. All that's good. But none of that is necessarily meeting the needs of the market. And the way you know you're meeting the needs of the market is by you making money. So for example, I'm bringing a lot of value from a show called The Ramon Preston Show every Monday through Friday, okay? The good thing is, before I started this show over a year ago, my business was generating revenue. So I was making money in my business. I've always had the ability to go into the marketplace and to provide value to the market and to give everything I got to the market. So that means there's a certain group of people, there's a certain demographic, there's a certain profile of a client that I reach out to, that I connect with, that I bring value to. And I've always been able to bring enough value that at a certain point in my exchanging value to them, they give me money for the value that I provide. And then I just keep providing value and I keep getting money. They tell somebody about my value. I share my value with someone else. I've been able to do that. Okay. So even though I was like just doing it haphazardly for a long time, you know, just hustling, just grinding, just getting out there and scrapping, it wasn't until I started formalizing and really fine-tuning and polishing up my hustle that I was able to turn it into a business. And once I started turning it into a business, it gave me a better way of getting into the market and introducing my value to the market. But my point is, even this show is an example. I'm showing up on this show Monday through Friday. I'm just giving you what? I'm giving you value. I'm sharing information with you. I'm giving you business principles, financial principles. I'm sharing with you entrepreneurship principles, leadership principles. I'm giving you a lot of the data that I provide to my customers and to my clients and to my students and mentees who are already in my business ecosystem. And as a result, you either come back and watch another show, you either go to my YouTube page or go to my website to get other information and to connect with me on another level. And maybe at some point, if not you, someone will make an exchange with me to have a different type of relationship with me. So you go from me just giving you value to you saying, hey, I appreciate your value and I want to have a closer relationship with you. And I'm willing to, in exchange for your value, give you some money to show you that not only do I appreciate what you give to me, but I am getting results from what you're giving to me. And that's what business is about, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So my point to you is, if you are not meeting the needs of the market, that means you're not making money. And so how do you actually go through the process of identifying with what the problem is? Like, why aren't you meeting the needs? You could blame it on the market. Oh, people don't want to spend no money. People don't want to pay for nothing. People don't want what I got. People are always trying to get over. All those are excuses. You cannot blame the market for what you are unable and unwilling to change to provide value to. Did you catch that? Let me say it again. If you are unwilling, I'm saying it backwards now. If you're unwilling or unable to change certain aspects of your business enough to effectively meet the needs of the market, you cannot blame the market for not giving you their money. See, every day I work on myself and every day I work on my business and I'm pivoting. My team will tell you this every day. Every day I'm trying to figure out what aspects of my business can I change to meet the needs of the market. Not to change to make myself look better, to make myself feel better, to pander to my own insecurities. No, what changes in me, what changes within my business, what changes within certain aspects of my business can I make that can better meet the needs of the marketplace that I'm called to serve. So I want to give you four aspects that you need to pivot in order to be able to make the necessary changes so that you can meet the needs of the market that you are called to, that you are introducing yourself to, so that at some point with this exchange, you can bring value to them and they can help bring revenue to you. All right, let me give you these four. All right, so I'm gonna give you all four and then we'll just talk about it for a little bit. So again, if what I'm sharing with you brings value to you, here's what I need you to do for me in exchange. Even if you don't buy nothing from me, even if you don't sign up for any of my products or programs, or you don't want to do business with me on that level, at least leave a comment. At least give me some feedback. At least let me know as a member of the marketplace that what my team and I continue to share with you on a day-to-day basis is actually beneficial, is actually valuable to you. Can you do that? And guess what? If it's not valuable to you, if it's a bunch of rubbish, if what you are getting from me is something you feel like you can Google and find out yourself, feel free to let me know. I appreciate that as well. So here are the four pivots, four aspects of pivots that you need to make within your business. The first one is team alignment. This is the first one. I hope I can write all four together because I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna do it that way. 2 is product development. 3 operational excellence, and 4 which, by the way, some of these terms that you see me using, you can Google these terms and you can see that there are books written, there's curriculum developed, there are institutions and colleges and schools and circles that teach a lot of these business principles that a lot of experts, they perpetuate, they promote, they support, because they know when you implement them and execute them within your business, they actually work. And again, there are so many different aspects of your business that you can change to justify a positive or a successful pivot. I'm just extracting the few that I think could be most valuable to you and make more sense to you. Because a lot of these business principles that I have learned and studied, a lot of them really don't even make sense, and they really take more time than just a 30-45 minute show to explain for you to grasp it and understand it. So how do you pivot with team alignment? So again, let's go back to the beginning. If your business is not meeting the needs of the market, how do you know it's not meeting the needs of the market? By the revenue that your business is generating. So if your business is not generating revenue, or if it's not generating enough revenue, what is that telling you? That's telling you that you need to what? That you need to pivot. And if you need to pivot, that means you need to what? You need to be willing to change certain aspects of your business so you can meet the needs of the market and make money. So what are the certain aspects of your business you need to change? Well, these are the certain aspects of your business you need to change. So the first change that you need to be willing to make is the change in team alignment. Now, what if you don't have a team? Let's start there. If you don't have a team, you are the team. So you have to make sure that the different sides of you, the different parts of your being are actually in alignment. So I said this to my mentees last night in our coaching call, that you can have a Christian, godly side of you, and then you can have this old ratchet entrepreneurship, hustle, grit, grind side of you. Okay, so it doesn't mean the entrepreneur side of you is bad. All right, it just means that the Christian, godly side of you has certain values and views, certain theological or philosophical beliefs. So a lot of times you have this belief that as long as you are helping people, as long as you're serving the greater good of the community, as long as you're doing your humanitarian part on the planet, that you're actually succeeding, right? We good with that. So as Christians, all we want to do is just touch people's lives. We want to help people. We want to make people smile. That's good. But the entrepreneur side of you is like, yeah, that's cool, but I need to make some money. And if those two parts of your being are not in alignment, then your team is going to create conflict and friction, and it's going to show up in how you present yourself to the market, which means you probably ain't gonna make no money. See, I talk to a lot of people who love God, they saved, they love people, and they justify a lack of making money by basically believing that as long as I'm helping people, God's okay with that. Well, why you gotta bring God all into the equation of you not making money when it ain't like God is writing off and signing off on you not making money to take care of your family? It ain't necessarily like he's got to write off and sign off on it when you do make money, but don't use that as an excuse. So if you're just a one-person team, or if it's you and your spouse, or maybe you and your child or a family member, or maybe it's a partner, are you both in alignment as a team for what the vision is, and the mission is, and the purpose is, and the objective is for your business? Because if you're not in alignment with that, if something is out of alignment, it's going to show up in how you go to the market. Because remember, your marketing, the root word for that is market. Your sale, your ability to sell, your ability to persuade people, your ability to close deals, your ability to get in front of people and challenge them to purchase your products and services, all of that is going to have a lot to do with your team alignment. If you ain't in alignment with that, if you got an issue with selling, if you got an issue with persuading people, if you got an issue with closing the deal, if you got an issue with negotiating, if you got an issue with standing 10 toes down and just letting people know, I want you to buy my products and services because I know what my products and services can do, and I back them up by knowing what I'm willing to do to help you succeed and get the results from my products and services. If you got an issue with that spiritually, if you got an issue with that psychologically, if you got an issue with that emotionally, maybe your alignment comes from within yourself, or it comes from within the circle that you're around. So you have to take a look at the alignment of your team. And if you do not have other people on your team, you got to make sure that you're in alignment with you. Because there was a time it was just me and my wife. And guess what? Me and my wife, we had a vision. We had a vision for life. We had a mission. And we knew our bigger vision for life had to be condensed to a mission to accomplish certain things. And so when we knocked on doors, when we made phone calls, when we passed out cards, when we passed out flyers, when we went to networking events, when we shook hands, when we just showed up and paid our way to get into certain circles, to be at certain events and things like that, we knew we were in alignment with what we ultimately wanted to accomplish. And because of that, it gave us the strength and the courage and the resilience to show up every day. This is a big deal. So if your business is not making money, check your alignment. Because if the car is out of alignment and the car keeps swerving over every time you let the wheel go, it's because something is off, something is out of alignment. You got to get that car serviced. So you got to make sure that you check the alignment. The second aspect of your pivot is product development. Product development. So a lot of people who get into business don't understand the power of product development, meaning that you have to at least have what experts call a minimum viable product. Have you ever heard of that? Minimum viable product. You can Google that. Minimum viable product. I want you to Google minimum viable product. And what a minimum viable product is, by description, it is a product that you've developed, that you put together, and even though it's not the perfect product, even though it's not in its ultimate development phase and stage, but at minimum you got something that you can put a dollar amount to and take it to the market. Like, some people never get past that. I talk to so many entrepreneurs that have good ideas, but ideas without dollars are just ideas. Did you catch that? I know a lot of people that got good ideas for this product. They got good ideas for apps. They got good ideas for this type of business. They got good ideas for this type of this and this type of that. But the problem is, if you don't put a dollar amount with that good idea and take that idea to the market and say, here's my idea. It's called this. I'm selling it for that. I want you to buy it. If you never do that, it's just an idea. And guess what you're not doing? You're not making money. And even if it's not the best idea, at least you put it out there for people to respond. This is why I always talk about product development in my workshops, in my masterminds, in my coaching sessions, when I'm consulting clients, because I want them to understand you got to take your idea, package your idea into a product or service, put a price to it, and go to the market. See, I'm willing to do that, and I do it quick. I like to move fast. So my team knows I can come in here today with an idea. I'm going to put a price to that idea, and then I'm going to start sending emails out. I'm going to start doing posts about it. I'm going to start sending offers out, because I support me. I'm willing to stand on what I'm willing to stand on, because I know if anything falls short with what I'm offering you, I'm going to show up and back it up. I'm going to show up and back it up. It doesn't matter what it is. So if I say I have this product, this service, this program, and I want to provide it for you for this dollar amount, and you purchase it, you don't just have that service. You don't just have that product. You don't just have that program. You got me. And if there's any glitch in the process of me servicing you, I'm going to step in and I'm going to overcompensate, because I know this can be the reason why I'm not providing value to the market, meaning that I'm not making money in the market. Got it? That's number 2 right there. The second aspect of your pivot is operational excellence. So that means you always have to work on getting better at systems and processes. You always got to work on getting better at systems and processes. So that means you can't run a business, build a team, develop products and services, generate revenue, and not invest in the infrastructure of your operations. So that means you're going to have to at some point bring on staff. I just told my team today, we getting ready to run some more ads. We're getting ready to hire some more team members. We're getting ready to bring new interns in. We're getting ready to start generating more activity for more members of our team to join our operation, because this is a part of operational excellence, continuing to grow, continuing to expand, and that's going to require systems, processes, and it actually is going to require staff too. It's going to require people, but more specifically, if you do have staff, you still need systems and processes for the staff. So that means when people join your team, when people connect with your company, when people build relationships with you, what are you actually bringing them into? What is the ecosystem? That's a big word. I love that word. What is the ecosystem of your company? What is the culture? Do they understand the vision? Do they understand the mission? Can they connect with something to get in alignment with? Can they join the process of developing your products and services and identifying with new ways to make it better, to add features? Can they do that? Like we just had earlier this morning, every morning we have a staff briefing. We celebrate our wins from the day before. We talk about success stories. And then I came back around after the first briefing and I had another powwow, another power session. And these are some of the things that we were talking about. We made sure we were all in alignment, like literally, we made sure we were all in alignment. We started browsing our websites and our platforms to make sure everybody knew where all the products and services were, what the prices were, what the changes were that we've made. We started looking at everything from not just our perspective as a team, but from the market's perspective. How does someone go to our website and how do they feel? How does a client feel when they go to our website? How does a licensee feel? If we're in partnership with someone, how do they feel? If someone is looking to invest with us and do business with us, how do they feel? We did all that because we want to make sure everybody's in alignment. Then we started looking at our products and we started adding new features. Oh, you know what? We used to do this. That worked well. Let's add that to this program because that can really be beneficial. We did that. So we do this every day. Today is Tuesday and we're doing that. All right. But then we started looking at operational excellence. We can look at our systems and our processes to see what's working, what's not working. What do we need to do better with? What do we need to change? What do we need to modify? We're changing certain language in certain systems and processes. This has to happen. And if what I'm saying to you is like overwhelming, please understand it may be overwhelming when you're not used to it or when you're being introduced to it. But this is the reason why you want to get around people who are already familiar with it. See, that's what I had to do. What I'm doing is like business on $1 million level, but I had to put myself around people who are doing business on $100 million level, on $1 billion level. Those are the kind of people I had to put me and my staff around so that when we're having conversations on $1 million level, we still see the $10 million. We still see the 100 million. We still see the billion. And we still know that there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the process. Okay. So we have operational excellence. That's another aspect of your pivot. Do you have issues providing value to your market because of your systems and processes? Maybe you have a broken system. Maybe your marketing system is broken. Maybe your process for sales is broken. Maybe you don't have a marketing system or process. Maybe you don't have a sales process. So when someone does reach out to you, do you gather their data the right way? Do you keep it safe in a system? Do you know how to walk them through a process to actually close a deal and to see to it that they become your client? If not, you need to work on operational excellence. You can't just think you're going to crush it every time you get in front of somebody. You're not that good. You need systems. You need scripts. You need templates. You need outlines. You need a process for what you're doing and what everybody else with you is doing. And last but not least, the fourth aspect of your pivot is disruptive innovation. Now, this is a bougie way of saying you got to go all in. That's what I mean. When I say disruptive innovation, that means I need to innovate. And my innovation needs to be disruptive. I need to go all out. I truly believe, and maybe I'm just delusional, and you can let me know if I'm delusional or not, but I believe what I'm doing as a prophet and a minister in the church and a professional entrepreneur in the marketplace, bringing both of those worlds together and being bold about it and being very vocal about it and building a platform to show other people of faith that you can be rich and anointed all at the same time, and you don't have to compromise the integrity of either end. I think this is a part of my own disruptive innovation. I'm not saying other people haven't done it, but they're not me and they haven't done it like me. So that's a form of disruptive innovation, but I'm going all in. I'm going all in. As I said, I just had a team power session this morning telling my team, we got to hire more people. We need more people on our team. I need content creators, which, by the way, if you are a content creator, if you're familiar with cameras and editing, and you're familiar with marketing and designing, if you're familiar with copywriting and social media, we need team members here to work with us for what we are building here at Ramon Preston Enterprises. We have a lot of things going on, and we need a lot of hands on deck. We're looking to train and intern people for our marketing division, people for our sales division. So if you are interested in learning about sales and marketing, and you are willing to be trained and interned, and you are willing to sell and promote educational programs and products for business and financial literacy and entrepreneurship and ministry leadership, then this will be a great opportunity for you. All you have to do is reach out to me today. I'll give you the information at the end. So disruptive innovation is about you taking into account how many risks are you taking every day? Are you really going all in every day? Are you really showing up every day and actually doing the doggone thing to show yourself, to show your family, and to show your community and your market that you're serious about it? Because if you're not showing up every day, nobody's taking you serious, because you're not believable, because you're not really doing anything that's disruptive in nature. You're just doing the same old that's not even impressive in nature. And so I want you to really take what I just shared with you, and I want you to decide today to integrate those aspects of pivoting into your business. All right? That means you have to incorporate and integrate team alignment. That's number one, right? You have to incorporate and integrate product development, operational excellence, and disruptive innovation. Now, if you want more information on principles like these business principles, maybe you are a self-starter. You might be a do-it-yourselfer. You know how to learn and educate yourself, and you know how to train, and you're disciplined to do it. We have an online training platform. We have a program called the Millionaire Blueprint. It's actually a wealth building system that I put together, and it's made up of 5 steps to walk you through the wealth building process, and each step has corresponding courses that you need to take in order to build wealth for you and for your family. So we teach you in this program financial literacy, entrepreneurship, business ownership, real estate investing, and family wealth building. So if that's a program that you know can work for you because you're a self-starter and you don't mind logging into a virtual platform on a daily basis and watching videos of me teaching you and training you all these principles, as well as taking advantage of other resources like documents and forms that may be necessary for you to build your wealth, I want you to take into consideration to join my Millionaire Blueprint. It is an online educational training program that provides this 5-step wealth building system for you. All you have to do is text the word millionaire if you would like access to it. This is a $5,000 program that we offer for $1,500, And not only do we offer it for $1,500, this is a $5,000 program. I have competitors. I have people who are in the educational training space for business and finance. I have people in this same space that have programs that are online that cost way more than $5,000, and I've already lurked and checked how their platforms are built and what courses and training they provide. It's nowhere near as massive as what I provide, and it's more than $5,000. But we offer it for $1,500, and guess what? We offer, if you text the word millionaire, now if you go to my platform, you're gonna have to pay the whole 15 one time. You get 1 year access to this program, hundreds of programs, training courses, lessons, video tutorials, documents, forms, everything you need. But if you text millionaire today, we can give you access to it for $125 a month. So we give you a 12-month payment plan to pay it off in 12 months. That means you have a whole year to access it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's an on-demand program. It's an amazing program. So much value in that program. All you have to do is text millionaire to 404-478-7213. You could text the word millionaire to that number. Now, while you're thinking about joining this online program, we also have a Millionaire Mentorship program. So the Millionaire Mentorship program is an accelerated coaching and consulting program. So I am a coach for business, finance, and real estate. I'm a consultant for those as well. So what we've done is we've taken our coaching and our consulting services, we've packaged them together in a hybrid program called the Millionaire Mentorship Program. This is a 1-year program as well. We give you 1 year access to our Millionaire Blueprint for free. This is a complimentary addition to our Millionaire Mentorship Program. But we also provide an initial one-on-one coaching session. So we sit down with you for about 2 hours in the initial session, and we set a game plan for the trajectory of the next year. So we help you identify with what goals you have, personal, professional, and financial goals. We help you identify with what type of structure you need. It may be a holding company. You might have a LLC. You might need it restructured. So we really consult you and coach you on how you need to structure your company. We help you identify with what systems you need, what processes you need, whether it's sales systems, marketing systems, financial systems, certain operational systems. We show you how to integrate those systems and processes into your business. And then we walk you through the process of developing your products and services. So maybe you have ideas for products and services, but you have not packaged them correctly and priced them. We show you how to actually do that. And then once we complete that session, not only do you have access to our Millionaire Blueprint for a year, but you also have access to our weekly coaching calls. We have Millionaire Mentorship Mondays. Every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m., our clients and our mentees come on a Zoom, it's live, and we do deep dives into different areas. It gives you an opportunity to listen, to connect with other entrepreneurs and business owners, and it gives you an opportunity to ask questions relating to anything with your life or with your business. In addition to our weekly coaching calls, we have Millionaire Concierge, and what our Millionaires Concierge do is they connect with you, contact you, call you, communicate with you, and make sure that at least every other week they're going to reach out to you, provide for you a coaching check-in to make sure that you're on course, you're hitting your milestones, you don't have any questions. If you do, we're going to answer those questions for you. We also provide for you quarterly masterminds and workshops. So every quarter we host in-person and virtual workshops. These are one-day events, and we do deep dives into financial systems, QuickBooks, creative tax strategies. We do deep dives into holding companies, divisions and subsidiaries, how to build and expand your enterprise. We do workshops and masterminds on sales and marketing. We show you how to create scripts for your sales process, how to create marketing campaigns. It's a very, very, very extensive mentorship program. There's no way you can be mentored by a team like I have for 1 year and don't see progress in your personal or your professional and financial life. So if you're interested in any of the programs, please text the word millionaire to this number, and you can always go to RamonPreston.com and you can see all of the programs that we have available. We have our Millionaire Blueprint groups for churches. If you are a pastor in a church and you would like to introduce financial literacy and entrepreneurship to your congregation and community, we have an amazing program for you. It is a very, it's like the prices for our Millionaire Blueprint groups is just, it's half of that. Like, you don't even pay $1,500, because we want to be a blessing to our churches. And for churches and pastors that join our Millionaire Blueprint groups, we not only give the pastor or the designated group leader free access to our blueprint, we give the members of that group in that congregation 50% off discount. So it's approximately $59 a month, I think. So you go from $125 to $59 if you are part of a church that has a millionaire group sponsored. But we also, in addition to that, we also give a 10% kickback to the church. So we want to be a blessing to churches. All this information you can find at RamonPreston.com. All right, so you can go to RamonPreston.com, and all of the information I'm sharing with you, you can find there. We have a licensing program. We have a certification program. We got School of Ministry, School of Prophets. We doing it all because we want to show our community and our generation that even if you are people of faith, you can still be people of faith and still be people of success. You can be successful in ministry and in the marketplace without compromising any of the above. So I love y'all. I hope that you found some value in today's show. If there's anything we can do to help you, any questions you may have, or things that we can just direct you to and you need more information on, please reach out to us today. We're here in the office. Our phones are open, lines are open, and we're ready to rock and roll to help you get to your next level. So I love y'all. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here on the Ramon Preston Show.